let's compare two of the best-selling affordable square smartwatch. So this is what the box on both of them looks like. So we have the QX11 model and this L81 model, but again it goes under different names as well. So over here I have the QX11 and this basically other one. So again, this is the box for this one essentially. So when it comes to the build quality, first on this QX11, definitely the build quality is vastly basically better. So first, the upper basically is made from all metal. Again, we have metal buttons, whereas on this watch the build quality is all plastic. So again, even plastic button, and we even only have one button, whereas on this one we actually have two buttons. And again, when it comes to the thickness, this also is more thicker, so maybe comfort wise this maybe feels like lighter essentially on your wrist. Definitely it feels like less light, so basically comfort wise maybe this would be better, who knows. But again, this again also is very comfortable, so no complaints there. On the back, this is what they look like. So again, full plastic back, so for more comfort. So, but the rest of this watch I think is metal. So also the frame appears metal maybe, so, or some kind of like hard plastic, I don't know. But again, definitely the top on this is metal, and also we have metal buttons. And also the strap quality on this you see also is metal, whereas on this one is plastic. So, and also when you check the strap quality and how it feels in hands, on this again the build quality it's not noticeably better, and also it feels better on your hand when you actually wear this watch. So definitely this feels more cheaper watch. And when it comes to the price, there is tiny bit of difference in price. For example, for the QX11 essentially I paid around $16. Sometimes you can even get it for cheaper money. For example, if you follow the link, if you are like new user on AliExpress, you can get it literally for $10. So insane price what this watch costs. So basically check the link in description. This one I think this can be had for like $14 or maybe $15 regular price. So again, if you follow the link you can even get it probably cheaper. So definitely it's tiny bit less expensive, but overall the quality is like, I would say like 3 times better on this one. So basically how it feels and how premium it is. So definitely you should pay those extra couple dollars and get this one over this one. When it comes to build quality, it's really not even competition. This feels like super premium, whereas this one, well, it feels like okay, like a cheap watch. So no complaints about the usability. So it will last you some time. So probably can't complain. But again, premium wise, obviously, yeah, it is what it is. So when it comes to the screen quality, I would say the screen quality on both is actually really decent. So it's actually hard to tell which screen actually is better, because on both the screen is actually like really decent. Maybe on this one slightly better. Yeah, it's hard to tell the difference actually. So both are actually very good screens. So when we swipe down, this is what they look like. By the way, the operating system is again different on this watch, so they're not the same, but again they function pretty much the same. So as you see, we can see this data over here and also see your notifications. So the look of the system is similar, but again it's not the same system, so slightly different system. Also you can see your basically history, so for your like basically your movement data. We can see like a step count for the past days, so on both we can do it. So that's actually very nice. And on both again we can use this button to go to home essentially. Also we can call from both watches, sleep tracking, this like this weather. As you see again on both watches actually the like display looks so very nice, so can't complain about the display quality at all. On both we also get speakers. Speaker quality on this one, definitely you can tell that this is also like slightly better speaker essentially. What else we had? So again, sleep tracking, oxygen, but again these sensors probably probably they aren't very good on either of these watches. So when you consider how much they cost, really you kind of have to forget about this health tracking apart from step counter. Step counter is like decent probably on both. So yeah, but the health like heart rate tracking, again, obviously you really have to consider how much these watches cost. If they actually needed to actually include like decent heart rate sensors, and again the price would be like 3 times higher basically on these watches. So it's simply not worth, and most people do not even care about this stuff. So yeah, it's there to save the money. So also basically these app settings, by the way, you can also change this layout, basically. Okay, let me basically maybe this one. So yep, so it would look the same. Maybe actually, as you see, maybe the display also is slightly better on this one. When it comes to overall functions, we have pretty much the same functions as you can see on both. Maybe this one actually has a game here as well, so this one doesn't have a games. So yep, these are some things. So we have like this Flappy Bird clone essentially. So yeah, this is probably the only watch where I have seen where we have a game. And yeah, I get like basic game. So on this one we do not have, but apart from that, I think the functions, what they can do, I think is very similar essentially. So when it comes to the app, also in the app essentially, this one basically they can do pretty much the same in the app. When it comes to battery life, I think they're pretty much equal. So I haven't tested fully the battery life, but again, after using them for a few days, I can't really tell much difference essentially between them. Yeah, these are some things we can do. Also, if you enter the apps on them, you can also start like activity, like GPS activity if you have your phone in range. So we can do that on both of these watches. So, and overall, which watch should you actually get? Well, really, basically, if you are okay with the extra weight of this gram like watch, then definitely there is no question this one, because the build quality is it's so much more premium. So this one you are saving like $1 or $2, but you are getting like, yeah, like very like cheap looking watch essentially, and also a cheap feeling. So definitely it feels like yeah, basically like a cheap watch, whereas this one, it feels easily like maybe like $50 watch or $60 watch. So if you were to give a price, so again, I think the build quality, yeah, it's definitely worth alone for the build quality. The functions really are almost the same as you see basically. And again, check the link in the description. I'll basically leave a link on both where you can get them for the cheapest price. And again, for the price these costs, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous how much we are actually getting and how good these watches are. Again, the build quality on this one, again, it's noticeable actually that it's much worse than on this. Anyway, good luck.